presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if your listeners don't get the gold report, they're missing out. I mean, with your gold report, you're just printing money. I love it.
You're my best ad out there, Al. Let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Great. Hey, listen, I was calling to thank you. A few weeks ago, you were prompting on your show to fill out that $10,000 grant.
Yes.
So I filled it out, and just a couple days ago, I found $1,000 in my business checking account.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I owe it to you, because if it wasn't for your prompting, I would have just assumed, no way I would have gotten anything. So I wanted to thank you.
No, we appreciate you growling a problem with us here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and great week, folks. Don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, and you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 400, NASDAQ down 15, S&P's up 30, gold contract up $14.60, trading $18.94 an ounce. Silver up 48 cents, $24.13 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.15, $36.94 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 2 ticks, 138.09. The 30-year up 7 at 172.22. And King Dollar's up 85 ticks, 94.123. The euro is at 116. The yen is at 104, and the British pound is at 129 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we've had some nice trading ranges out here today, folks. Inside the SPY, well, let's do the S&P first. We take a look at the S&P futures, what you're going to see inside the future market out here. You had a high out here today of 33.23. You had a low of 32.43. Pretty wild. You got an 80-point swing happening inside of the S&Ps, folks. NQs, we take a look at the NQs. NQs have been weak, are the weakest out here. Bottom line inside the NQs, which is the NASDAQ 100 futures, we had a high out here at 11,212, a low at 10,942. So you're talking about a spread there of approximately 200 and basically 60 points. What you do have inside the NDX 100, which is the NQs, is that you have a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. And we broke the B point, did it on Friday, folks, with volume. Bottom line, right now you're 268.59. Your swing point out there in September is 260.11. Your price projection of the ABC structure down is running out at 252. So you're talking about some destruction going down to the July 24th level. That's how that baby is shaken out. SPYs. We take a look at the SPY out here. What I expect you're going to see in the SPY. We don't have an ABC down in the SPY. I just missed it, actually. We needed volume of 127 million, and you got 120. We very well could be setting up another larger ABC structure down because we came down with 120 million on Friday. You're going up with 55 today, and no doubt the next 48 hours we are going to have high volatility. I expect that market's going to go both ways on a continual basis, and we'll see where we end up. Gold contract right now at $15.20, trading $18.95. Now, what gold is doing, and what I expect we are going to see, gold is going to go up and test its downtrend line from 1914. That's the number right here, folks, okay? Last time that we got up there, which was on the 22nd, it couldn't make it. Well, it made it, but it couldn't break it. This downtrend line has been in place since the highs of August 7th. That's how this shakes up. What the gold market has done, which is, it's already tested out the lows. And last week, what we did is this. We came down to the September levels, as well as the breakout from July, in each and every indice, as well as each and every equity inside the gold and silver market. What we had done is this. You rejected the swing low of September with lighter volume. You pull back to the July breakout with tremendously lighter volume, and now we've taken off topside. So you can't break them down. And this is it. Technically, that's what markets love to do anyways. They go topside. They love to come back to the breakout area. That's when it's basically the rubber hits the road. It's either going to make it or break it. In this particular case, both gold, silver, the equities made it. So we'll see where this baby's going to go. Some of the higher volume equities out here today, and this will be a low volume market, is you have Apple's down 86 cents. You got Twitter off $2. We have, let's see, Snap is up $1. You got Wells Fargo up 46 cents. ExxonMobil's up 167. You get Tesla up $11. We get Occidental Petroleum up 58 cents, and Dunkin' Brands are getting taken over. That is up $6.38. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, and this is where the weakness comes in, folks. You get Align Technologies putting strength into it. That's up 6.7%. You got Walgreens Boots up 4.9. Kraft Heinz is up 4, and you get Pacecar up 3.7. Taken away from it, Splunk is down 3.7. You get Charter Communications off 3.5. Dexcom is down to 3.3, and NetEase is off 3. We go into the bond market. We take a look at bonds, and this is the bond market right now is really tricky, folks, okay? I suspect what is happening with the bond market is that we are going to see the range expand on the 10-year to about 1%. Why? Because we've broken the August 28th swing area of 138.18. We broke it with conviction. We broke it the first time going back to the 21st of October. Broke it, came right back above it again, and broke it with conviction again. That's telling me that this baby is going to get expanded. The trading range inside it, the 10-year right now is trading at 0.84 of 1%. The last 3 months, the low has been 0.5, 0.5%. The high has been 0.7. Bottom line, I think what we're going to see in there in the next few months is that we're going to see that high approaching the 1% level. That's how this just seems to be shaken out. Silver, we take a look at the silver market. Silver is also catching a bit up here. Silver is up 50 cents. You get 75,000, I believe. Yeah, 72,000 contracts being traded, and silver also coming right up to that trend line. So it's going to be really wild just watching these metals in general. The trend line, the downtrend line in the silver market is 24.68. We hit 24.26 today, and 24.15 is where we're at this particular point. And what you want to see, if you're a bull, you want to see wide price spread, accelerated volume as you basically get into that area. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates to my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 448. NASDAQ is up 19. S&Ps are up 37. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve has an outstanding show here every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also, a great newsletter, a Mastering Probability. Now, very easy to get Steve's newsletter. You come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to hit newsletters. You're going to see Mastering Probability on the right-hand side. You can get Mastering Probability for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. You can get it for 1 year, folks, for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So bottom line, you can pick whatever one you like out. You like it, you keep it. You don't like it, you get your money back. Bottom line, whole month of November, folks, check it out right here, right now. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, looking forward to a good football game tonight, before tomorrow's festivities.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. I know, man.
Hey, Tampa St. Pete has got it going on, Tom.
I know,
You got
man.
the Stanley Cup, right? Stanley Cup, so close to the World Series.
Yep.
Victor, you had that big race over in St. Pete, not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
We did, and it was phenomenal. It was so cool, man.
And now in the hunt maybe for the Super Bowl.
I know. Listen, man, the way Brady played last week, I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was one of the best games I've ever seen him play. I mean, it was just And you know what? He has so many people to pass to now. It's just like he's blowing everyone's mind. It's like he has 5 different people, man, to pass to. It's like, good scene, man. Yeah.
No, absolutely. It's great, and I'm looking forward to it. I just wish it wasn't starting at 8:30, because the hour setback, really 9:30. My body's still on the old time, maybe I'll get to see the first half. We'll see out there. Yeah. But, Tom, I thought what we would do today is just spend a little bit of time on the bigger picture.
Okay.
And especially in light of the election and what's coming on is really just to take a look at the big picture. And for me, Tom, the big picture, one of the most important tools is being able to think in terms of the global flow of capital. So that's a big picture. And what I really mean by that is we must always understand how an instrument is trading in other major currencies, because we're not the only ones trading gold and silver, the ES Mini. It's a whole worldwide. So we've got to really think in terms of the local currencies that are out there. So and the reason is because I like to picture this big ball of global capital that's always floating around the world, and it's in search of where can it find the most profitability, but also the most financial stability out there. So there's this big ball of capital that's floating around. Right now, I think that ball of capital is still floating out there. In fact, trends from one year, like in 2019 to 2020, those things can change in a heartbeat based upon capital flows. And those capital flows, Tom, they're always evaluating across the globe. They're always evaluating taxation. That's why our tax system here is so important and what corporations pay and individuals. Inflation, geopolitical events, financial security, foreign exchange. These are all elements that the global flow of capital is always interpreting. And and especially with the floating exchange rates that are out there, it's really important. So my definition of a bull market is where it's rising, whatever instrument, it's rising in the forms of all major currencies, not just the U.S. dollar. So here's an example of what I'm referring to. This is a set of charts for the Dow. And on the left-hand side, it's priced in dollars.
Okay.
Next to that, priced in euros. Next to that, priced in yen. Next to that, priced in pounds. So we've got our four major core currencies. If we take a look at the red arrows here, what we're going to see in the red arrows is all of the indices will typically top at the same time. Now, in this case here, we can see that the Dow, priced in dollars, had made a new high. It had already in 2007. By the way, this was taking place. These highs were in 2007. In 2007, the Dow had taken out the highs of 2000, priced in U.S. dollars, but it didn't do so priced in euros. So if you're sitting there, you're trading the Dow, you're priced in euros, you're not seeing a breakout, for example, as they were seen in terms of U.S. dollars. The yen had broken out like it did in U.S. dollars, but not in terms of pounds. So because the Dow was not rising in all major currencies, maybe rising, but not taking out those prior highs out there, that was just an indication that this bull market back then, didn't have what it needed in order to continue. Now, fast forward to, in essence, where we're at today and start taking a look at the yellow arrows. So we're at a place right now where the markets all topped at the same time, roughly the same time out there. And this is an indication that there could be a major top for the next 2 years. Now, I know many people out there can say, what do you mean the next 2 years? How do you come up with the next 2 years? So that's a great question. The way that I came up with that was I went back, Tom, and I studied the Dow on an annual basis, going all the way back to 1896. That's as far as my data goes. And we go back to 1896. This chart here is taking us from 1896 to 1960. And each of these bars here, folks, they represent a year's time period. And during this, we've seen the Dow has experienced, during this specific time period, 3 two-year corrections, 2 3-year corrections, and 1 4-year correction. So my conclusions are, if there's a major top that's formed, and that's a possibility because we've got the Dow topping in all major currencies at about the same time, then we should see a minimum of a 2-year correction. Now, since 1960, this chart here takes from 60 to, in essence, where we're at today, although today's candle, this is more from last week or as of Friday's close. But in either event out here, since this time period, we've experienced 2 2-year corrections, 1 3-year correction. So since 1896, the Dow has experienced 5 2-year corrections, 3 3-year corrections, and 1 4-year corrective period. So if a major top is in, the Dow will likely experience a move into 2022 out there. So that's one side of the apple. But I was talking about the global flow of capital and just how important that is. And if there's one thing that could get in the way of a decline for the next couple of years out here, it is that global flow of capital. Because that global flow of capital, it's always seeking for confidence. Confidence is really the key out here. And what we can do, this table here, Tom, what I do is I measure the global flow of capital many different ways. One way, I'm taking a look at the actual currencies to see if there's something flowing from one country to another. Another is just taking a look at major instruments across the globe and trying to figure out what has been that rate of change since a specific time period. Well, this chart here, or table, is looking at what's transpired since November 2016. So the last 48 months. What we can see here is what the global flow of capital found. They found confidence in the U.S., China, and gold. You can see that based upon the ROC, that stands for rate of change out here. This is over the course of a 48-month time period. And you can see that there's no global flow of capital that went into the UK or Australia or Canada. Yes, in China. didn't go into Germany, didn't go into Japan. So it's going to be really important. So we know that the way that the market has responded back to when Trump was elected, that there's chances that if he were to win, we would see the same type of confidence. What we don't know is whether we'd see the same type of confidence if Biden were to win. So we don't know that, but we still want to make sure that we're tracking where is the global flow of capital moving to. And I think we'll have a fairly decent feel over the course of the next couple of weeks out here. So it's really important to understand that bigger picture, thinking in terms of how is an instrument trading in all major currencies.
Ride 'em cowboy, baby. Here we go. It's going to be
one thing I want to point out here. I'll just come back to this one chart here, if I can find it real quickly here, in the case of the Dow. So right now this year, what we've got inside the Dow, Tom, is a key reversal session. And if it closes below the open of this year, chances are we're in that 2-year decline.
There we go. Listen, folks, very easy to get Steve's newsletter. Come over to our website, the TFNN. You hit Mastering Probability. Steve, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 442, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are up 36, and there's no doubt that we've got some nice volatility out here, folks. Let's go take a look at a couple of the pot stocks out here. Kronos first. Low for the year in Kronos is $4. The high is $9. You're trading right now at $6. You're up 74 cents. Oh, yeah, you get action here, man. I mean, these things are moving, man. Let's just take a look at this for a second. So we take a look at this. What you have here is that you are coming up to your swing point. You're coming up with monster volume. That's saying it's going to blow it away. Your swing point out here inside Cronus is 609. We hit 612. You're going after that with 7 million shares versus 3.3. Now, you are dealing with that supply line on the downdraft. The downdraft out here was pretty extensive on the 6th of August. So bottom line, I expect, number one, you'll build a little more cars, and then you will make that run higher. We take a look at, if you want to see, is it STZ, Constellation Brands, this little baby. Let me see if this did this intraday. This is really intriguing. Yeah, all day long it went up, man. Constellation Brands out here. This is up $11, 176, and more than likely it's because of the way Canopy is up. There you go. So we did these numbers, folks, and this is what's really cool to really wrap your head around. So watch this. Now, Canopy is up $2.57. Canopy, listen, ABC up to, look at this baby. This is, so number one, okay, let's do the number here, man. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. You got 2044, 881. Okay, so your B point up here is 2044. Your A point is 1383. $6.60, and your C is going to be 1811 plus 1811. Okay, so you have a price projection here of $24.72. Your last high out here was 22. So let's see where else we going here. This is going to be interesting, man. There it is right there. So this is going at, this is always gets wild when it's like this too. This has a high volume, little swing point out here at 25.97. Your price projection is 24.72. That's saying, guess what, folks? That's where this baby's going after. And so what ends up here with, and this is where you can see, when Constellation Brands, folks, came out with their numbers last time, the bottom line is that you can see how they mark to market the aspect of what they own in Constellation Brands. Now, Constellation Brands, if you're watching Tiger TV right now, own 38.24%. And that equals 142 million shares. Well, what happens is that you can multiply the 142 million shares times $2.57 to give you how much more money and how much more market power actually Constellation Brands has. So that's your number. That's what's, we haven't had one of these in a long period of time, folks, okay, that you could actually look at one equity and trade an opposite equity when there's plenty of participants in the marketplace that do understand that, but there's plenty that don't. In the 90s, folks, what used to happen is that there were many tech stocks that had warrants also. And what would end up happening is that as the equity would go higher and as the time expiration of the warrant, two different things. The price of the warrant plus the time expiration of the warrant. It was a nice way of trading. You always could, not always, there's nothing like it always, but the bottom line is that you could make some very nice trades when one was moving and mathematically the other one, you're arbitraging, and it catches up with it, and it catches up with it very quickly. We get into the close out here. What you're going to see is that, the NASDAQ had just had a nice bounce, bottom line. And if you want to see, these markets, folks, okay, they love to bounce up to ice. That's how they operate. And you're going to see that's exactly what we just had. You start out this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. You're up there at the 11,212. You come down, you break down the lows that were established on Friday. What do? ICE was laid out, folks, at 11,086, and we hit 11,051 on the way up. Now the real question is going to be, does it dig in I think it's going to dig in slightly, nothing heavy. But I suspect that these Qs will go down to like the 11,000, slightly under 10, slightly under 11,000, somewhere in that area. Bottom line, very fast buying and selling out here. And, what you want to do is you want to keep Apple on your radar, because as the way up, folks, okay, Apple was extraordinary to all the indices on the way up. And you can see when Apple's only down $1, folks, just $1, it has problems. It creates problems for the indices. It particularly creates problems for the NDX 100 as long as the NASDAQ composite. Now, Apple is also on an ABC structure on the way down, okay? You get your A point hanging out here with Apple. We broke the B point on Friday, and your A point is 125.39. Your B, that high there, that was generated on the 13th of October. Your B point here, folks, is 111.10, which gives us a $14.24, 29 cents A to B. Your C point is 116.93, which gives you a price projection of 102.64. And 102.64, the gap that's wide open out there is $96.29. I expect that's exactly where we're heading to. The gap's wide open. Your September low is a high volume low. Your breakout area is the number from the 96.29. So bottom line, if you're looking to buy Apple, just sit there, wait for this to come back to the breakout area. It looks to me like it's going to come back with lighter volume, because the breakout area is a monster. The breakout area did 374 million shares. When we even broke the B point, we only did 190 million. So that'd be a classic. You break topside, you finish off your structure on the way up, you go down, you pull all the way back, you pull back to the breakout area, you reject lower price, you do it with lighter volume, and guess what? You basically take off topside once again. Let it get down there, though. That's the real kicker. If you're trying to buy this thing, let it get down there, because what you don't know, as it gets into that area, you're going to be looking for it to get into that area with light volume, with a rejection of lower price, and then the bottom line, you get some action on the top side. We go take a look at, let's go look at platinum. We haven't looked at platinum for a long time. Platinum, let's see what platinum's doing, man. This has been under the gold contract for so long. You're trading 861. Yeah, platinum still hasn't broken this downtrend, man. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 352, Nasdaq's down 9, S&Ps are up 25. Let's go take a look at the GDX out here. A couple of the tigers are wondering where you get resistance. Well, let's go through the whole deal first. So the GDX, bottom line, did as the rest of the gold and silver equities did. Got into the September swing low, rejected lower price, got into the breakout area from July, also with lighter volume, and then took off topside. So we have that going for us. Now, resistance is going to be approximately at the same place. And what it is the downtrend, yeah. So the downtrend that we've been in since August, that trend line runs at 39.26. Right now, you're at 38.64. And what we're going to want to see, even at the close out here, is that you're going to want to see an expansion of volume. The GDX does put volume in at the close. Let me just look at a couple. We'll go to Newmont first. So Newmont, folks, are the first ones to come out with numbers. And Newmont also took off topside. And I believe what we're going to have here, boy, it's going to be a real close call on Newmont. Let's see. I believe Newmont just broke its... this might have just broke the swing with volume, which is exactly what... No, look, it's a little bit higher. Oh, my God. No, it did it. Okay, here you go. This is a monster, folks. So, Newmont, bottom line, just peeked its head over the downtrend from August. That trend line was laying out as 64.54. We hit 64.93. It has the volume on the move. So that's saying that, guess what? Newmont's going back to its highs. And if that's what we get, bottom line, you'll see that GDX take off topside. Barrick Gold is the next one that you want to see that happen to. That's the second largest weighting structure inside of the gold market. Barrick is coming out with its numbers on November 5th. So this is going to be a really cool week, folks, in the gold market. In particular, we are going to have... Fred Ernest on tomorrow. Fred is the CEO of Vista Gold. And Vista out here today, we were talking about this last week. Vista today is up 4 cents. And I believe this might have just broke that downtrend too. Vista got some big move out here today. Let's just... It'd be better if I could put 3... Well, let's put it this way. Vista wants to go to 134 right now, and you're at the last high was 145, but it definitely broke this trend line with conviction. It had the price spread, has the volume, all of that. And that's so Fred is going to be on tomorrow at 3 o'clock, at 3:05. I'm going to start the program off with him. And then Rob McEwen from McEwen Mining is going to be on with Tommy and I on Thursday morning. And we'll find out what's happening with McEwen Mining also. Many of the gold equities this week, they're coming out with all their numbers. So what I will do is I will get into the aspect with both of those CEOs about gold out of the ground, what's a good price for gold out of the ground, what's an all-in aspect, which is really important when you start analyzing gold, silver, equities in general. And what you do have out here, you know, when I was doing the gold report today, folks, silver is catching a bid. The silver equities are strong. The silver equities, they came back to the same areas, seemed a little bit stronger than the gold ones. That's how my take on it at this particular point, because a lot of the silver ones actually did pop up, and there were enough buys, which is there were a lot more buys this week than I've seen in a long period of time, meaning that they came back to September, rejected the price, came into July, the strength, with a huge contraction of volume. We go take a look at an Eagle. That looks like the next one that's going to probably try to break this level. If we go to the XAU, the HUI, I expect both of those caught a nice bid out here today. Got the XAU up $3.99, and the HUI, the Gold Bugs Index, is up $7.80. In both cases there, too, they still are a bit away from breaking that downtrend. That's the real bottom line. What I do expect we're going to see is that the next 48 hours, you'll get the volatility in it. Now, the volatility will come in here, but no matter what happens in the next 48 hours, folks, inside of the gold market and the silver market, my take is that we're going higher. You can't pull back the $6 trillion that we basically just put into the economy. And no matter what administration comes on, they're going to put something into the economy. You know, might be more, might be less. The bottom line, something's going into the economy. That type of money that's running around inside the economy, my take is that inflation will light. It didn't light in 2007, 2008, no doubt about that. The differential in 2007, 2008, by the way, was that the banks got all the money. That's not the case this time. This time, you get plenty of companies getting the money, you get plenty of people getting the money. This money is spread around much differently than in 2007 and 2008, and I expect even going forward, it will still be spread around differently, that prices will be going up. CLGL, let me pull this up, because what you're going to see inside there it is, inside the commodity market, is that it's already basically starting to hit inside the commodity market. We go let me pull up these beans right now. Actually, sugar, look at this sugar. Man, 14 cents a pound. That blows my mind. Last time I traded that was 10 cents. Yeah, look at sugar, man. This is pretty wild. Sugar just went from 11 cents to 14 cents a pound. That's a big number. Let me pull up a couple others that people are more used to. Is that it? Nope. Okay, so let's get into the let's go in the bean market. Soybeans, okay, we're at $10.51 a bushel. Same deal, yeah. The beans went from $8.47 a bushel to $10.51 a bushel. What tends to happen, folks, is that you want to keep your eye on, whether you trade it or not, you want to keep your eye in this commodity market, particularly because most times, if you're going to have a big run and inflation is going to come in, you're going to see it basically pick up in the farming products. The farming products basically are going to get picked up, as well as the potash products. Okay, so Mosaic's finally moving. That's up 92 cents today, $19.41. Now, this could be a monster ABC structure up. If this breaks the B point and has volume on the break, that's going to also tell you that the bottom line is that inflation is getting closer. Why, folks? Because the potash market can raise their prices very quickly on the farmers, and they do raise it very quickly as soon as they're getting more dollars for their product. Dow Industrials right now up to 368, Nasdaq's up 11, S&Ps are up 29. Stay right there. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archived workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 368, Nasdaq is up 10, S&Ps are up 29. Let's go take a look at the volumes inside the NYSE as well as the composite inside the NYSE. We are running right now, let's see, yeah, monthly slow, amazing. Low, 611 million, folks. So the bottom line, you're going to get a bounce with tremendous lighter volume. That's going to do out about 800 million inside the composite. As that tried to get the higher price, same deal, 2.7 billion right now. That won't even, well, maybe it would do exactly like 3 billion or something. We take a look at the Qs, which the Qs are in a monster ABC structure on the way down. You're going to see that you got up today on 36 million, downtown on 65 million. Inside the SPY, you're going to see the same type of setup. We hit lows out here on Friday with 120 million. You're up at 69. This is going to be quite a trader's market. Has been quite a trader's market. I suspect we're going to see quite a trader's market. Basically, you know, oh, look at this. It's so cool. Look at this. Look at this. Check this out, folks. The NQs, you talk about a spike. Look at this spike, man. You're going to love it. So the NQs, you know, there we go. Come on, baby. When I just started, this is the last segment, too. When you just started this segment, okay, the bottom line is that the NQs were down at 10,997, and you just went up 65 points. Yeah, you got to love this market, man. This is highly volatile. And, you know, if you're not used to a volatile market, then just watch it. Don't trade it. If you're used to them, bottom line is that you want to get your bids and offers in before the fact. You have to know where you're going to go in, where you're going to go out. Because when you get a volatile market like this, folks, they just bounce off numbers. They go up, down, all around, and your fingers are never fast enough to do it. You need the orders in prior to buying, out prior to selling. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit us tomorrow morning. Tommy kicks us off. Great show, 8:30 in the morning. Please tell your friends about TFNN. Tell them to go to YouTube, subscribe. It is free. Look at them, folks.